let's get the former U.S. Open champion on the show. Marin Cilic is going to join us. He just got the win in Nottingham, his second win there. He's through to the quarterfinals. Marin, great to meet you. Jeff, Jason, and Nick with you. We know you got the win via retirement, but it's 2 wins there. How's Nottingham? How's the body feeling? How's the grass?
Well, hi guys, hi Nick, hi Jason, hi everyone. Well, body feels great. I'm not sure if you guys know, but I was here in 2008, so it was different time, different era, different body. Actually, the same body, but a few years older now. So it's a pleasure to be back and still grinding.
Marin, it's so awesome to have you here. You know, the first 500 I ever played was at Queens with you. I don't know if you remember us when we played doubles together there. We beat Andre Saw. We had a couple good wins. But it's good to speak to you again and see you. I'll see you soon at Wimbledon. Wimbledon's coming up. You made the finals in 2017. Tell us about some of those memories that you have, because now you're direct acceptance into the main draw there as well.
Yes, true. A lot of great memories, and that was a mixed one. The 2017 was a beautiful memory, but a little bit bitter at the end, because I got the terrible blisters just after my semis match with Sam Querrey, and unfortunately I was not able to play at my full level. But you always keep dreaming. You always keep dreaming of there might be another one. So you never know. We'll see.
Yeah. It's a great mindset to have, Marin. Thanks so much for being on the show with us today. I've been a big fan of yours throughout the last sort of 20 years, really, there or thereabouts. As we're having a little look here, match point for Draper, I just wonder, what keeps you going at this stage of your career? You talk about dreams, you talk about aspiration. What is it that you get out of putting your body through the ringer day in, day out at this stage of a fabulous career?
Yeah, hi Jason. Obviously, also I'm a big fan of yours as well. Always watching, have great knowledge about tennis, and for me, what keeps me driving is the pure and simple, the strong will to keep competing. And I see myself on the training, I see my level, and that gives me great motivation. And tennis is an extremely difficult game where. Lots of small pieces need to fall into right spot to be able to play incredible tennis and to be able to perform at the biggest stages. But I still feel that I've got the drive. I still feel that I can compete, and giving myself another opportunity and to enjoy myself.
How do you think the game has changed over the course of your career? You talk about playing here for the first time in 2008, and we're just coming off the back of seeing Alcaraz and Sinner in that epic Roland Garros final of 5.5 hours tennis of the very highest order in the last 2 hours of that. What's your thought process as you watch a match like that, and how do you think the game's changed throughout the course of your career?
There was a certain shift somewhere around 2019. There was a little bit of a shift in the balls, what I felt personally, and I have quite a good feel about the game, and I feel at that moment that the balls just became touch harder, and it was tough to play sort of like this touch tennis and to sort of smooth the ball around, and became a little bit more just hit and go. And then you speed forward now, next 6-7 years, and the top 2 guys at the game are the big hitters, obviously Yannick and Carlos, the guys who can hit through the court, who move incredibly well, and are equipped with lots of weapons, backhand, forehand, serving well. Obviously Carlos has got lots of creativity there, but I think both of them at the top of the game, they show incredible physical abilities, combined with being able to hurt the opponent with lots of weapons. So I think that's the way the game shifted. It's really difficult at the moment to sort of play around, smooth the ball around, just sort of play with the opponent's speed, use the tactics. If you can't hit through the through the court, it's really difficult to win.
That's an interesting take with the balls. We haven't heard that. We got a really good one right here. So it was 2 match points for Draper, now 5 apiece. Draper back to serve. Now that you mentioned it with a smile on your face, you said, I'm back to grinding. And we look at the rankings. You know, you just made the cutoff for Wimbledon. You're inside the top 100 with the live rankings. Could you maybe tell us about, you know, you're taking on a lot of players, tough matches ranked between 100 and 200. You know, we're just 5-10 years removed away from you being in the top 5 in the world. What can you feel, is there a huge difference in level right now by someone ranked 150 in the world versus 10 years ago that's, you know, someone ranked 150 in the world? What's the difference from there to top 20, top 30? Is there much?
You know, when you look at the guys who are ranked between, you know, let's say 100 and let's say 200, 220, 230, there is a lot of guys who've been already in top 100, and quite a lot of these guys are going to be in top 100, and they possess this level. It's difficult to compare, you know, if these guys are better than the ones, you know, 10 years ago or 15 years ago, but I think overall the level has increased. I think there is more and more guys who are playing at the great level. And, you know, in the end, for the guys who don't make it or the ones that actually make it, it's small differences. And I don't think it comes down to hitting the ball or playing matches. It comes down to many, many different aspects, from scheduling, training, the way they take care of their body, nutrition, you know, when to play tournaments, when not to play, which, you know, court surfaces to choose, you know, lots of these small details. And then, but the level I've been now playing for last several months, you know, on and off on the Challenger Tour, and, you know, the level is really, really high, I have to say.
Marin, I mean, you made the semifinals or better at all 4 of the majors, and I've always been so impressed with the way that you train. I mean, I've trained next to you. You've been on the court next to me. We've actually practiced together quite a lot, and I always like how you were running sprints by yourself. You wouldn't need a fitness coach there with you. You did a lot of things on your own, and I'm wondering now at 36 years old, how has your training changed? How have you adapted to now your body being the age that you are now?
Yeah, thanks, Nick. We are quite often only guys, you know, doing the weights in the gym.
We're the only ones in the gym, baby. You know it.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, when you break it down, you know, it's been really huge part. Nice memory there.
Yeah.
It's a huge part of my career. You know, just understanding what works for my body, what works for me as an athlete. I was spending a lot of time in the gym, you know, taking care. You know, just overall being, you know, strong overall, and obviously endurance is important, the speed is important, you know, to out of the court to get your body ready to be at, you know, the best possible shape, so that you can endure these back-to-back matches, you know, week after week, and playing at this high level. So that's been one of the important parts of my overall training. And now what is different, I'm just trying to take care a little bit more about my recovery. I'm obviously not 20 years old anymore. Yeah. And my game, actually my training just shifted a little bit into trying to condense everything, have little shorter sessions than I used to, but with, you know, sharp intensity, high intensity, and trying to, you know, keep the level like that.
I've got a million questions for you, Marin. It's so nice to see those pictures of you winning the US Open back in 2014. I was actually commentating on many of your matches throughout that lovely little run. And I'm just wondering, at what stage throughout that run in New York did you start to believe that you might be able to win that tournament?
I know exactly the moment. So I've beaten Gilles Simon in the 4th round. That was my first.
I knew it was that one. I knew it. That's what I said in commentary. That's so good, man. You had a terrible record against him prior, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we had, I mean, lots of 5-setters, lots of 3-setters, and was during our careers. And then, so after I won that match, I took a day off, and I came back for the quarterfinal day to play Thomas Berdych in the quarters. And I told Goran, I was hitting with Goran, I told him, I can't miss a ball. I mean, this is a joke, So at that moment, I knew that's it,
That's great.
That's amazing.
That's so
And I love it how you knew you're going to
miss
win
a
before
ball.
you take on Federer in the semifinals.
Well, and that
And I haven't lost a set.
No, that was what was amazing. It wasn't like those guys didn't pitch up. I mean, you blew everybody away, didn't you? From there on in, quarters, semis, finals, absolutely incredible. To become a major champion in that era, the golden era, where it was so difficult for players to get their hands on a major trophy, be it in a major or at Masters 1000 level, for you to do it is incredible. I'm just wondering, take that and set it aside for a moment. What was the other high point in your career? What are the other memories that you'll take to your rocking chair other than being a major champion?
There was quite a period, let's say, between somewhere in April 2017 until February 2018. That was the best period of my career. Played incredible tennis, 2 Grand Slam finals, a bunch of quarterfinals, semifinals, at lots of other events, and that was the most consistent tennis I've played. And so I think that was the incredible part that I was able to build up on, because quite a lot of times in my career I was close in top 10, out of top 10, and just I made a shift somewhere at the start of 2017 in my mindset, how to train, what really to take care of, and understood more about myself, about my game, so I can actually get that one step higher.
That's awesome. Last question for you, because we know you got a match to get ready for in your next round. Do you like the full English breakfast, the baked beans, the eggs, all of it together? What do you think about that?
I see it every single day here in Nottingham.
Exactly.
The guys, we are in the hotel here, and I don't know, the people just love the English breakfast, but it's a little bit heavy for me, I have to say.
Totally. It's
so
not a
good.
breakfast of champions, is it, Marin?
That is so good.
Yeah, exactly.
We really appreciate the time, especially after the win. Just congrats on the grind to continue, because it's a pleasure to watch and follow. Best of luck in the next round. Hope to catch up soon.
Thanks, guys.
Keep it going, Marin.
Still keeping the flags on for these old guys.
Let's go,
Hell
baby.
yeah.
Hey, we're going straight to the gym, baby. Go straight to the gym.
Keep it up.